Good morning. Thanks for being here, and thanks for the media for coming to this rather hastily called news conference. U.S. Attorney Joe Hogsett to my right, and I felt it was important for the community to be aware of today's Safe Haven Grant Award and what it will mean for our community. Before we get to the presentation of the big check, let me take a moment to recognize some of the not-for-profit organizations that are represented here today, as well as some of the city and county departments that made this grant possible and will help administer the proceeds from this grant. Vanderbilt County Superior Court Chief Judge Mary Margaret Lloyd, Kathryn Kornblum, Executive Director of Parenting Time, who actually wrote the grant, Candace Perry, Director of the Albion Fellows Bacon Center, Lynn Kyle with Lampion Center, Monica Landetta with OLA, Suzanne Draper with CASA, Kay Peachin with the Parenting Time Center, County Prosecutor Nick Herman, County Sheriff Eric Williams, Assistant Police Chief Chris Pugh, Lieutenant Stephanie Loreline, our DMD Director Phil Cooper and his staff. There are also some other organizations that could not be here today, the YWCA, Holly's House, Legal Aid, well actually Legal Aid here, sorry, Amends, and the Warwick County Superior Court. Thank you all for helping us get to the point today, because this truly is good news. One woman in the United States is assaulted every 9 seconds in the United States. In every 9 seconds. That's amazing. It happens in large cities, in small towns, and it happens right here in Evansville. The Evansville Police Department last year made 2,135 domestic violence runs last year alone, 2,135. And through August this year, the department's made 1,374. And as we all know, some of those have been fatal. Victims have suffered fatal injuries. So the problem is significant here, as it is in many communities across the country. And that's why the Safe Haven Grant Award is so critical for our community. At this time, I'd like to introduce U.S. Attorney Joe Hogsett to make a big presentation, offer some comments, and we'll hear from Kathryn Kornblum, who again wrote the grant for the city.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, as the mayor has indicated, today we're here to talk about an extraordinarily important topic. But I want a smile on everybody's face, because while domestic violence is a very serious scourge locally, I bring good news today to Vanderbilt County, to the city of Evansville. And in that regard, let me just underscore that domestic violence not only is a personal tragedy to those who are victimized by it, but frankly, domestic violence affects the entire community. And we all are degraded when abuse and violence, particularly directed toward women, occurs and is permitted to continue. That is why I'm very proud to have the mayor introduce a wide variety of law enforcement officials, prosecutors, judges, social service agencies, the courts themselves, and of course, without saying it, the city leadership that the mayor is bringing, all coming together because of Kathryn's efforts to apply for this money and celebrate today the awarding from Washington by the Department of Justice of this sizable, nearly $400,000 grant. So with no further ado, let me just say as a final matter, as the United States Attorney, we prioritize domestic violence and domestic abuse while we work hand in hand with local prosecutors like Nick Herman and our Sheriff Eric Williams, along with Evansville Police Department, as law enforcement to help eradicate it. We stand arm in arm with our local and state partners to, as I said, combat this scourge. It is with great pride, therefore, that I, on behalf of the federal government and the Department of Justice, present to, if I may, Mayor,
Sure.
To you and to Kathryn, nearly $400,000 that will be used by various and sundry agencies throughout Evansville in furtherance of protection against domestic violence and abuse. So congratulations and Godspeed.
Thank you.